Hello, my good people. Waje Budo, area mama on the beat. Salobwa, when you penny. Waje, Iga can working in a ray +5, 742. So, Warren, make una fly in. If I say Henry day here, make I see. Who they copious? He waiting me, I'm what in where. I say, man, Babana. Copious. Henry. Ah, hello, see them. Wah, area mama, where you dey? Sagbavo, I see you, big brother. Make you show your face. I see you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, come. This one are the safest place to be right now, where we say anything, where we say just the truth, nothing but the truth. Now they talk here. Uma temata, you no go fit sit down here, oh. Me came as with me. Lucky best, beg when it's Peter. What with my anyway? Peter, my pure customer. Peter, over here. Agbi Maru favor. Good evening. As you they come, you they enter, you know what you they do. As you they come, you they like. Forget if you don't pass gate, there Musa dey near there. For where people they walk. Who want the people look better? Who want me gate? Who want press it like ula uwa? You know a gate man, who want press it like ula uwa? There way. As they come, you press like you enter. As they come, you press like you enter. Oh yeah, nah. Now class prefect very chair since I don't know where it can't go. He can't come. I never ready. They do the show. I say, when I'm done working with because I don't want make I call they disturb people for work. Yeah, my zobo. So I can't wait till +5 now. It will be 7:44 to 8. You one except nurses and doctors where they work night shift. Then I go there for work right now. But Jennifer, Ubega Jennifer. Egwamese vegeni egena yamaye na jeva amaye na jeva wabokia I guess 70 people here. As soon as they come now they like for me, make me like. I want go like me I like the show. Nah. Why I like it? Why I like it? Make me go like. Now they try. So okay, me a lower. Why I like get. Make una like copious. I hear say weekend they hold meeting with their P judges. But remember this today, nothing go make ASUE not go win this stolen mandate case, no matter how hard it will be. Ojote, I see you. Go show him the copious high. We are all here. Ojote. Wagumega. But just as soon as they enter, una will like before una enter gate. Near gate, they come where Musareva, you know, gate man. Who wakela or wabere like button. Wawa pione, Diaki gate in wa. Oh, you know why you truth making no enter. Not the feed from YouTube. When you are walking out, when you are walking out, 25 people wait there. Yeah. I need 8 more likes. 8 more likes. The man will make a nice one. 8 more likes at this studio now. 8 more like what do? Where your mama very ne? The truth was a mega fame. Neti mega fame. You got time attack. Here me I not tired to talk through. My God, there you have a baby. Make a time attack here. Oh, we go me talk. Egumeki no man egbe. Wabokia okwa oloke musa. Ore get iba. Ka na ege madan ati ere dia mama se mo na eta asi no kiro. Okay get in wala yet italo. Be na. I'm a governor ni. A governor ni aya dere kioba. Eri aya we governor. If you know say you trust yourself, go and test your credibility. Street credibility. Why not your street credibility? Go test now, make you see as it be. Where you good, people love you. Go to the field, free and fair. Governor. Ni akien no be kiaba. Oni e governor re o. Victor Obokia o. Obokia, some people will go under my comment section. They will go they talk they'll go they yarn opata. Na way ya the honest mozusi. Honest, imione o. We security governor. No baba. No. They'll go under my comment section, go they talk. So I go put in post here, make all of una beat and ya ije amobo be. Why? I not be mates, so I be mama mates. If mama waste time, ege nije ya lelere no ya love ye kere no na bie. O se na akoke we. If to say na goat, na mama take care of. A goat in ya oga bie odegbene, oga bie agbo. Oga bie here na be ayo bo bie. Then that odegbe go de bon abi. Iya na ya big ponsa. Ya tie ponsa ya hu ya tie. Ije westege so ije ma agbe ya ije gbere gbije. I not be mates. If you want go talk your foolishness, how can Edo Nigeria be going down like this? And everyone with good conscience, we are all wailing. And the best thing for you to come and ask me, how market? I not tell you. You know the shame. You know the who can us we look at Nigeria. Look at Nigeria. The head has turned to the tail. The tail has turned to the neck. Una they happy for him. And una ti say na we una they do. Also wagbe breakfast. Also wagbe una they buy something for market, me they buy. Una they buy, my brothers they buy, my sisters they buy. And you know you what think you wear su wagbe. I go tell you now say that promote herself. You not get indomie for us. Although I know the madam market. I go show in post. Mama go beat her. Mama beat her where I never delete that post. Why bene mado mwe block igbo a class prefect odo ri eni e register o ye ready ya castle o ye ready castle we wa kojo Henry urene ukare masin jumbo akonze wa bokian kakabo. I want show na this why my lamp they behave like this I been na APC constantly they use am for night. I mean negin ya o If they offer on, worry love when I this one now Pablo lamp I be waiting the happen. But where you go, you are not get patience today. Not just get patience, not just try me any not fit. We can make it by judges. Where we can and Nebuchadnezzar. Who else know? Who else feels the same thing like me? Say weekend and Nebuchadnezzar no hiari we go kiki. O hiari for okay or you go chop grass. Wicked hiari. Make it they do because God don't give her time now where ya repent. Or my ote win your jek being ote wetinibu or a creator. That man I don't know. We are not God. We are not God. But the laws that man has taken into his hands, he has beaten more than he can chew. Wike osabo ayakpo loro. Oh yakpo loro odohin no ruwe a mod. He will never believe himself when hina. Oh kudide yokere. Eriya mama ta. Wike Nebuchadnezzar nihinia. As Pharaoh because God wants to punish Pharaoh so badly. Because God wants to just annihilate that area, Egypt. Ona hadine hate, ya wa ati ekpi ya negele ajowa. Wa boy degbe. Ona hadine hate. So wicked na plus all the enemies of Edo and Tinubu together. Ona mwehoere ona yahi okuta. At the end of the day, what happened to Pharaoh? He perished in the Red Sea. Pharaoh and his co-travelers. They all perished in the Red Sea. Wike hiahi, Tinubu hiahi, maya fe niria do wa hiahi. How una go change black to white? Una go say make I not talk. Walk me. What when you get a fear? May you settle that now. Copy us. Una that person beat person. Person go say me person not talk. Where me born it? Huh? Walk bomb. When no more heavier. I bet man, leave me. Anyhow I like, I say cry. Anyhow I like, I say mourn my loss. Now you beat me. So you know, tell me now. Say, hey, what go via? What do I mean, me God, why when he had done with him, I beg, swim winner. Amen. And we shall not be well with them. Swim winner. Now I know say we see the work. Today I quick come. Swim winner, Baba. Swim winner. No make enough of me and like you, near like new comments. So me yo. He subscribe, but he have one life. He have to let day. What happen? Tell your mama. Subscribe and like you. I will charge you go. Me I go. Me I go. Wake up, okay. Are you taking money from them? No charges. Subscribe. You mother subscribe. Me and mama. Area mama go your run come out. You know see her face again. I go your tell more they may lock door. May lock gate. They get man. You can make no. You know we get to go. Patrick Metinya. Away I am here. I hail you. Myself. See me. I hail you. Then Korubu. Good evening, my beloved sister. My beloved brother. Oh, God bless you. I like this your show. You dey speak Bini so because this name not be Bini. I can speak Bini. Oh, why go he? You dey hear Bini? Make I know. Go brother. Rame. John Akonze. Abokia Baba. Why ya Bokia? When I enter this show, go they sweet me. Mr. Ogbete background. I don't die yo.
It's all right.
Me what I lost it. Get money when I can't get in here. No, get in here. No, can't get in here. I'm not gonna do it. Can't get you. I like it. God, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're there, chairman of the house. There,
Wait. Yeah.
I bet more like more share. Now let that one I'll do for me. Now so now take show us love. Ogasa, I see this video of Uyinosa #1. Now I want show so. Because in a way me now we nenemi. They just they carry rumors they go. I don't understand these people. In my I don't know what this guy has done to them. My dear apostle, they come, sir. They come make I put. So before we play this, I just want to go on a quick break. Quick break. Okay, so I can't see this apostle video. I'm surprised, and right now I don't think he's in good shape. I beg, I don't know. Let me just play it first. Then
okay. Now they don't come up with.
Okay, hold on.
Breaking news. Somebody just draw my attention to a publication made by one culture. She declare me wanted. Say me, I say I want to come bomb palace in one of my video. My people, since one of they follow me, I don't see where I do videos. Say I want bomb palace.
Never.
How? Whatever video they say I talk, just know that these people have gone to clone my voice. All because I they stand for good governance. I don't get issue with anybody. I only support and promote what is good. Promoting Edo on a positive light. Right from day one, these guys, they're not they happy say they talk about Edo. They're not they happy say they support the former governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. Nigeria, please pray for me. Now crime to support what they good for Nigeria.
Okay.
Imagine They don't go clone my voice. Say me, say I want bomb palace. How? I be terrorist? Which hand? How?
Okay.
Because they don't know what they want to come talk again. Because I they talk, because I they defend the work with the former governor don't do. I only tell the governor Pegolo say, no destroy when you come meet for ground. Which crime have I committed?
None.
Now this culture say declare me wanted.
Okay.
Say me I want bomb palace. How? From where?
Imaeo.
So the other pig when he call he say who the civilian. Say make Pegolo arrest me. Say me sponsor people. We go keep people for Uromi. What a shame.
Okay.
You mean our people can go to this length? They try to kidnap me. They try to assassinate me. They've done everything. Now they don't come up with this rubbish. Say me, one bomb palace. From where? From where? I just make I tell your word. Make I let you know. If supporting Obaseki na crime.
Never, sir. You have your
all
right.
My video promoting a door on the positive light. This set of persons come out, call me Ogiomba, just because I support Obaseki, just because I promote good governance. Which crime have I committed? What is my crime?
None, sir. None.
The other day, they say, why Apostle? Why you they promote Oni of Ife? Why you they promote Olu of Ori? I am promoting their works. That is what I stand on. My job is to promote good governance. Promoting individual that is doing good in all their platforms. They say, oh, go after Apostle Fred. He's talking about Oni of Ife. He's promoting your love for it. Why will I not promote people that are doing well?
Okay. So, Apostle, God bless you. So, Ogasa, this is Nigeria in Edo State. So, I know that the Constitution, Tinubu is the Constitution, and whatever he says is the Constitution, is the law, the de facto dictatorship. So, are you telling me now that Apostle does not have the right to a right of association, freedom of speech? Help us, help us.
First of all, let me thank you for the role that you've been playing, the good job that you've been doing.
Thank
I really
you,
appreciate it, and so many Edo people, they do appreciate it.
Thank you.
For me, I have said one thing. I refuse to join them. The Nigerian parlance will say that if you cannot beat them, you join them. I will never ever join them. That haven't been said. I asked on this platform some time ago, and I said, are we ready for democracy? When I say, are we ready for democracy, including our politicians and we that are the people, the average person in the society, they call the hoi polloi. So are we really ready for a democratic space? That's a question to be asked.
I don't think so, sir. Because the ones that are crying, they are not hearing us.
Yeah, when we are talking about, I have spoken about so many things. I know that, yes, for those that are listening, they are listening. For those that don't have ears, they wouldn't even bother to listen. In a democracy, first of all, you cannot have a democracy without opposition. The role of opposition. That role of opposition is so great. So when you see people who are out there criticizing you constructively, you have to embrace those criticism. Because when you look at the role that Alfred Uyinosa, in my own opinion, the role that he has played, first of all, I was so happy that this man was able to showcase the job that Obaseki has done.
Yes.
It's not just Apostle Alfred Uyinosa showcasing the good job that Obaseki has done. You and I, if we have a piece of land today in Benin City, and for example, you want to go and do a survey, right there, they will tell you if that land if the land is being surveyed by another individual. That's the Edo GIS. So we all saw the dividend of democracy in the era of Obaseki. Not just Apostle Uyinosa saying it. We all saw it. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yes, sir.
So this idea of trying to silence opposition, people who are saying this is what it should be, this time this is what we're enjoying. Let me go back to my own local dialect to say that Edo wara neru no dionwe no reini no ragmoyin where inyema will say if today the ghost and the spirit of the work of Obaseki is still haunting those of them that are saying, oh, this government is Eldorado, then there's something wrong. I don't see anything that this man, Apostle Uyinosa, has done wrong.
He has done nothing.
The videos that I've seen from him, I've not seen anywhere he's calling for violence or something of that nature. Therefore, we have to be careful, because for those, we say, oh, we don't want the military era anymore. We don't want these soldiers and all that. Now we are in a democracy. Now that we are in a democracy, it seems that we are beginning to say, oh, we are trying to welcome tyranny in another way. We are trying to welcome tyranny not in uniform, but in civilian dress. So are we truly? Yes. And these same people that are doing what they are doing in Edo State, unfortunately, they are in minority. Everyone in Edo State, including APC, they all knew that ASUE Godalo won that election. We also
behind closed doors on Tanya.
So we saw it. It's out there in INEC portal from EC8A and many more. So these ones that people are trying to go through some jargons in order to say, oh, you know what? No. And unfortunately, since this man came to Benin, we see a lot of people dying. We even saw a less than 2 years old baby dying over the brigandage and the modus operandi of the so-called this new APC people. Who, I mean, I don't know the ancestors that brought them anyway, but however, this is not what we do, people. This is not what we want. And we are all of us, we have to really, really tread carefully. We have to tread carefully, because I want to remind us again and take us back to a point. What happened? What was the cause of the Second World War? When Archduke Frank Ferdinand, when he was walking in the street of Sarajevo, he was executed in the broad daylight. There was already tension at that time. That was a little spark. That was it. The world went to war. So the situation in Edo State is already tense. Let us, all of us, begin to find a way to douse tension. If people are going to be arrested, they are going to, I mean, opposition should not be arrested on Trump-up charges. What they didn't do, they say they have done it.
They've cloned his voice. They've cloned his voice.
Exactly. In this era of AI, we all know that anything is possible. So whatever we see these days, we have to take time to look at it and authenticate, is it true or not true? Today, even our security agencies, they have to be ready for the era that we are in, that people are able to clone people's voices, these AI generated videos and all that. So all of us will have to be careful, so that at the end of the day, we saw what happened in Port Harcourt. Some people are happy, some are not happy. But again, that was a civilian coup that was plotted against the people of River State on that day.
It was, yeah.
So, please, those that are trying to hit the polity in Edo State, they should begin to diffuse tension in Edo State. We all know that Mondokwe did not win that election. So the process of litigation is still going on.
Yes.
So as that is going on, these few individuals that are giving pennies, it is unfortunate that these few individuals that are giving pennies, when they get pennies, they begin to, I mean, for pennies, few peanuts. Sometimes I hear that some people are giving about 10 million naira or something to go and do what they're not supposed to do because they don't have integrity. 10 million, as small as 10 million naira. Yes, as small as 10 million naira. So I don't understand exactly what Edo will say Asegile. Exactly, and in our local parlance, we know this our chicken fowl. If you mix corn and that orange seed, they are very similar. And if you throw it to the corn will be able to separate the corn out of the orange seed. We'll be able to.
The fowl will not take the orange seed.
The orange seed, they will not swallow the orange seed. So these days we are talking about 10 million naira, 1 million in this Nigerian's economy. How much? I pity those people. Even those people, at the time we saw people crossing from one political party to the other because of about 200 million naira, something like
200,
that.
Yeah, 200 million, yeah. Oh, they did.
That's a shame. For those who are selling their integrity for 200 million naira, of course it probably can build them a house in Benin City. And what's a house in?
After that, what happens?
Exactly.
Where is your integrity?
For those that are chasing opposition, that are wanting to trump up charges to be able to frame up opposition, please understand that in a democratic setting, there is always a role for opposition. Yesterday, we saw the entire America. There's protests in the entire America. We did not see police chase. Yeah, we've not seen any police officer chasing any civilian down the road because we are very quick. Our politicians are very quick to mention America. We are very, very quick to say, oh, in America. We've seen America. We've seen people even saying Donald Trump must go. Any human being in Nigeria, they carry the sign and say Tinubu must go in Nigeria. He will be met with the wrath of the Nigerian police force. So please, these people, they are called Lilliputians, people with small brain. So these people with small brain, please vacate our political space. If they give you 10 million naira to go and sweep the streets of Benin, go and do it very well, conscientiously, to the best of your ability. Don't begin to chase people around. There is right. In a constitutional democracy, there are some rights that you cannot take away from the people. Freedom of speech. That freedom to gather. Freedom of association. All these are enshrined in the Constitution. Unfortunately, some of these people that are doing what they are doing, I explained before, Tinubu does not have power. Okpebolo does not have power. The power they have is drawn from the Constitution of the Federal Republic. And there's to an extent, like we the people, this sovereign that makes who are the sovereign people of Edo State. So we also have our own power. And that power again is also drawn from the same constitution. And there are some certain things that we can do. For example, now we cannot carry arms.
No,
it's against the law.
Yeah.
The same way the governor there are things that he can do. That's the issue of, for example, the local government that we are saying you don't have the power to fire local government chairman under insubordination. So the Constitution has spelled everything out. Tinubu has, when people come together and say, no, you don't have the power to fire a governor. That is what the Constitution says. So every one of us, as we belong to that union called Nigeria, the Constitution has given all of us the area, our threshold, where our rights are, where we don't have rights and stuff like that. The right of association, freedom of speech has been given to us. Apostle Uyinosa did not go out there to malign people. Even if someone is maligned, the person should go and sue.
Right?
It's not about arresting or don't come to Benin City. If the good people don't come to Benin City anymore, if the good people don't stay in Benin City anymore, then we now begin to have an agglomeration of idiots.
Yes. They just if you don't have the ideology, get out. But
So
this is Edo State.
exactly.
It's a home for all. And come to
Exactly.
your father's house.
Not
Oya
even,
wa wa hule, Maya, when you talk, don't come to Binio. If
Yeah,
I
they
bad
don't
talk,
even-
don't enter Binio. No.
even the Hausa man, because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says that there is freedom of movement for every Nigerian. You cannot even drive an Hausa man. He didn't commit any crime. You can't drive him away from Benin City. He has right, because the Constitution permits so that you can go to Kano and say, if you want to go and stay in Kano, you have the right to go and say, oh, this is part of Nigeria. This is where I love, and I want to go and reside in Kano. So therefore, you can reside in Kano without anybody saying you cannot stay here anymore. So talk less. The man that was born in Benin City and wants to reside in Benin City, some people who's mentally probably they are not balanced. They begin to say, "Oh, you cannot come to Benin." What is the crime that this individual has committed?
Nothing, sir. Just talking about the truth. He talked about the Oni of Ife. That's my next question, sir, before we go into way forward for ASUE. He talked about the Oni of Ife, and they came after him. Why? I'm still wondering. They came after him. He said the good things that Oni of Ife was doing. He even went as far as worry. Whenever he sees anything good, he will talk about it. So why must they not curb him or stifle him or tell him what to say? Like he doesn't have freedom of speech anymore. He's still Nigerian. He's still an Edolite.
Yeah, I took pain to, for those who are students of history, if you go back, in this program I spoke about Emperor Jean Bede Bokassa. All these dictators, they've not been able to rule forever. That's a fact. All dictators in the world, they have never ever been able to rule forever. And another thing about dictators, these dictators, they try to push their ideas. They try to push it down the people. See, what we are saying is that in life, when you look at the Palestinian and the Israeli conflict, what happened is that one is trying to push down his own ideological principle down the throat of the other one, and they cannot succeed. So anytime any person, you see, Obaseki did not push anybody to accept what he was doing.
No, he didn't.
So voluntarily, people queued in and they started embracing the good job that he did. So if anyone, even we saw Abacha in Nigeria, a dictator who was trying to push his ideas down the throat of everybody. He did not last long. It's not only in Nigeria. So for these few individuals who are saying APC, this, that, APC is not the first political party that we've ever had in Nigeria. I want to make what these people are doing is they are making more enemies out of the Edo people than making friends out of the Edo people. Because they are making more enemies out of the Edo people than they are making friends. Because the time you keep pushing your ideas, and when the people are, they are resenting the idea, they are resenting it, and you keep pushing your idea and say they must accept it. It will not. You make more enemies. The truth of the matter is that if we have a true independent organization to do like a referendum. If there's a referendum today, I tell you honestly, APC will not score up to 10%.
Okay.
Because especially even before the election, maybe they would have scored more than 10%. But in these past few months that they've been trying to drive their idea, they've been trying to drive it through. I think as of today, it's like a government of 1% or a little bit more than 1%, trying to force it down everybody. Go to the market women in Benin City.
They are crying.
And hear their story.
They are crying.
Exactly.
They are all crying. They are crying. That one I know is all over Nigeria. But the hardship with the prices, with everything, with the agbero, with the drivers, the bus driver, they are going through hell, sir. They are crying.
Exactly.
They are crying.
Not only the market women. Like
everyone.
I try to explain in the case of America. So if I'm a businessman, you are expecting me to export something from here to the US and there's tariff on it, I'll go back to my drawing board. I'm going to calculate that tariff, put it on the same product, and export it like that. Because it's not going to come from my pocket. If originally my profit margin was about 10% of it.
Oh, it's a glitch.
I will go back to the drawing board. I will increase the price, put it on it, and export it. At the end of the day, Americans will be the ones that will be paying for that tariff.
That huge one.
Not because me. That is the businessman. Exactly. So if you remember, in the time of Ushomole, pure water was 10 naira for one in Benin. If you go to Lagos, it was 5 naira because of the taxes that they were putting on it. I am not. Yes, I experienced it. At that time I had a cold room, and that cold room we also we're producing ice. Those little children that come and take all those ice, they can't cross that concrete slab on Staple Road at Santana Market. Because if they do, the other side is Ikobauka local government. They will also ask them for money. Yeah, we pay and pay tax away. I saw that first, and I'm not being so. Because of that, they can't even cross the concrete slab. Those on the other side can't come to this side. So the people will always pay the brunt of the increase. Any kind of increase, then the people will pay the brunt. You will be surprised now that maybe a bag of Gary in Benin City, because of all these things, Iyeki and all that, it will definitely go up. You don't expect the market woman to go to the market and not make some profit to be able to feed himself and the family.
Yes. Exactly.
So we should learn to tolerate the role of opposition in a democracy.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Yes,
Ero Gladys, I see you. Aware, we the civil servant don't play with ex-governor Obaseki. The love we have for him is very big. I pray for God Almighty to rise up to defend the good people of Edo State, ASUE and Oge. We surely win. Thank you, Mama Ero. Thank you. So, like I was saying, for this apostles thing, Wala Wowo, APC, and your co-travelers, Edo State is for all. It's for PDP, APC, LP, AAP, CYZ, CNN, ABC. It's for everyone. There's never been a time where everyone has to be APC or everyone share the same ideology. There has to be room for, different opinion. Don't, if you have your opinion, stay with your opinion. I'm not forcing mine down your throat. You can come force your own down my throat. Obaseki was governor for 8 years. He was the opposition. Nobody went to jail because they were speaking of or against. They were speaking against him. To the extent, one nitwit now, one nincompoop. He went to the governor's house at Osadebe. He went to Osadebe governor's office. Onari katapoti yuru. I went all day na dogbina. To the extent, sometimes I don't want to call his name. A nitwit. This is this is the height of disrespect. The guy didn't do anything. He was a Democrat, still a Democrat. You have freedom of movement and freedom of speech. But the governor will be right because he brought a weapon to come and fight with him. But he didn't do anything. I have been seeing opposition when other people are in position. What is going on? Why can't we speak? Why are they after his life? When he has said, Apostle Aye, he has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing wrong. They went to clone his voice, and they should stop all these menace. We saw Tedebe come out the other day, in a video now, or where they will not wait for the police to swing in action. They want to do it by themselves. So they want to use jungle justice on him. Please, we are really scared for his life. He's gone through enough draining. Please, we should not go this low. We should not go this far. There should be room for opposition. The apostle has the right within his constitutional right to say what he deems fit. If you have any additional things, sir, 1 second, I'm going to move to the other segment.
Let's so that we can get it done as quickly as possible. So
Yes,
I'll
sir.
just leave it at that point. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Guys, I see you 155 here, and the likes is 28. Okay, can tell me the sin where I commit? I been Oga, be let's say now you commit sin. Oga Ugbe. Oh yeah, ma you wa huni atu wa majo. Ya ma. Oh yeah. Oh mother go like see 155 watching, 157, and the likes is 28. I seen a PPC or why I like you Tom 11 no sack him. Mokuna go like I want see like before we enter the next topic. Wala wo nia. Go. I say why I like. Thank you guys. Let the likes go up. Okay, sir. So yesterday night I brought out a video because they finally handed us the copy of the judgment. We had the verdict on they had the kangaroo verdict. They gave us the kangaroo verdict on Wednesday. So annoying Amarienoma. Thursday we went, they didn't give us. Friday Amarienoma. So Saturday we raised the alarm. We were reposting, went viral. Ian Izebo we went viral. So Emiliana Vera Yevo. So when they saw that viral news, they quickly released it. I think it was yesterday night. So I brought out a video and I also spoke to that effect. So what do you expect now? We know that ASUE is going to fight into the is going to the appellant court, right? Which is already established. So what do you think? What's going to go on from here now? Like a new day for ASUE again to start all the thing over, because some guys had questions that were not answered the other day. Oh, are we going to add more information now because they didn't allow us this? They didn't. I just want you to clear the air before we now end the show. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let me quickly address one individual here. His name is Tom 11. That's what he's he's saying
okay,
ASUE and PDP go nowhere. PDP started the rigging in the election in Nigeria, blah blah blah, and all that. So I want to tell Tom 11, keep living in yesterday. When PDP left office, like I keep saying, I'm not a PDP member. I want to make that clear.
But you have good conscience.
Yes, exactly. When PDP, when OBJ left the administration of, when he left Nigeria, he left Nigeria with about 60 billion.
Yes.
So he left with about 60 billion in our foreign reserve. Can you tell these people today, because PDP was rigging at that time to leave some of us with that amount of money or double it? So they left us with about 60 billion. They can do that. They can leave us the way it is now. I like I said, in the era of Jonathan, my mom is old. I buy stuff. I remember I bought rice with about 13,000 a bag of rice. So you are talking about rigging. I don't support that. I'm not conceding that they rig also. So can you go back? Like I just mentioned that our politicians are talking about the United States of America at any quick point. So
very quick.
Why not in the US? So the good things that the PDP people have done while they were in power, can you APC since Buhari till today? Can you repeat? And because Buhari told us it was going to make $1 to $1 naira to $1. So when we see these kind of people in our political space, I begin to wonder: are these people seeing the likes of Tom 11? Is Tom 11 educated to begin to understand how a society is being governed? That I will throw it there, leave it there. Now let me go back to the question that you just asked.
Okay.
I want to ensure I tell our viewers: number one, yes, the game is on. I have taken pain. I've not read all the 107 pages. Yeah, it's 107 pages. But do you know that this judgment has reduced some of APC's figures? So the difference now is about 26. I think it's about 26,000. When you go down to about page 107, from page 100 to about 107.
Overvoting?
They reduced. I didn't see the yardstick because it is long. So I did not see the yardstick be using reducing it. They actually reduced Mondokbebolo's vote from 291,000. Yeah, from 291,000. They reduced it with about 26,000 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also reduced that of ASUE with about 9,000 votes.
Again.
So yeah, they reduced it again. So the difference now is about 20. Before it was close to about almost 50 or 40 something thousand, but now the difference is about 27,000.
Okay.
So I have, because the CTC just came out last night.
Last night, yes, sir.
Yes, last night. So I've not had the time to study all of them, but I have taken pain to see some areas. I still believe that there is hope, because in the area of non-serialization of electoral materials, and they were talking about witnesses not being brought forward. Remember that in non-serialization, no political party can touch the serialization or non-serialization of electoral material. It's like in those days, for example, maybe you are in an exam or the school decide to bring you some FUSCA sheet and they decide to stamp it with their stamp. So that is the duty of the institution, not the duty of the individual. So whatever goes wrong with that is the problem with the institution that is setting up that exam, not the individual. So in this case, if you refer that to what happened and the judgment, non-serialization of electoral material is within the jurisdiction of INEC. And when they do that at the RAC centers, no political party is allowed to present there's no political party. You cannot go to the RAC center. That's a day to the election. Because of this non-serialization of electoral materials, that's why they were able to come up with some blank and they put new serial number to match it, and they did what they did at a certain point. So that judgment asking the appellant to begin to provide a witness in an environment that he is not allowed to be, I think that's a miscarriage of justice.
That is skewed. Skewed.
So when INEC is working, there are some areas. For example,
bros. What are they doing here? They have no jurisdiction to be here. They are not within their jurisdiction.
Exactly. Yeah. If there was a witness that was provided, the question is, what were you doing there at that time? Because by law, no political party is allowed to be there. So, and I think it was in the case of they referred to Matawale when they were using the case of Matawale to substantiate their judgment. This is my answer, and if the ASUE team is listening, the new Electoral Act was not yet enacted as at the time of Bello Matawale. So it's like a law that was made yesterday. You are using it to judge me today. So 2 years ago, that law was not enacted yet. So how can you be holding me answerable to the law of 20 years ago when there's a new law that is saying the other one does not work anymore? We are going to follow the new one. So it does not, that argument does not hold water. These are the areas, it doesn't hold water. So these are the areas I'm beginning to say. There are areas that I think that the PDP lawyers can go to the court and begin to speak to the judgment that was given, because that judgment did not really address the matter. Then on the issue,
they danced around it.
Exactly. On the issue of overvoting. What is overvoting? Now 10 of us did this room. We say no, we can't vote. So at the end of the day, if you tally all the votes together, then now 12 votes now can't be here. So who is the other 2 persons in this room? So that is an overvoting. And the Electoral Act says that you have to cancel those results. So now they were saying there was over-reliant, that the ASUE lawyer, they were over-relying on section 137 of the Electoral Act.
What would they have relied on?
We
sir?
have seen the Supreme Court not. We've seen the Supreme Court say this is what it is. If you have a CCTV camera, they shoot somebody for Ring Road. There's a CCTV that captures the camera. So you can't say nah APC, the other one saying. But when you look at the person providing that CCTV camera, that person is neither APC nor PDP. So that's an independent body. So you have to rely on what the CCTV camera has given you. You don't have to say, oh, until I see somebody who was there at that moment, therefore, I will not give judgment. But supposing one of the interested party, one of the interested parties then you can say, oh, you know what, because one of the interested party, so you can say there's bias. So INEC is the one that operates the BVAS, the Bimodal Accreditation System. Then we are saying there's overvoting. The law says where there's overvoting, you cancel. Then the tribunal is saying, oh, they came and dump. What are you doing? I mean, when evidence...
PDP wants to open the BVAS.
So it is imperative for the tribunal to go and open it up because they have all the resources.
Okay.
They have all the resources. They can subpoena someone from INEC to come and operate it for them. ASUE Godalo cannot even go and operate the BVAS for them.
No,
they don't have people that are trained. They don't have people that are trained to go and operate BVAS. Therefore, it's only INEC. They can subpoena someone from INEC to come and operate the BVAS. And again, remember, what Honorable Obede Ifalu Isibo told us is that there were also extracts of that same BVAS. Those extracts were also certified. So you don't even need the BVAS to be in the court. So when you look at all that they have done, I told someone, I taught geography before I left Nigeria. Taught geography extensively. When you draw a map in geography, you have to put what is called the magnetic north. You look at the top right corner of every map. If it is for the purpose of learning, you look at the sign of cross there and the top, it says N.
Like the cardinal points?
Yes. You will show the magnetic north. That's magnetic north. That N is showing magnetic north. Then somewhere on the bottom left, you have to put in scale of the map. That is to say, in those days in school, they will, like a pen, you just go like that. That's one millimeter or something like that. You will say 1 millimeter is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. So when you stretch it so see, yes, if you don't put your magnetic north, points can be deducted. But that is not to say you drew a map of Nigeria. You have Sokoto on the top left. You have Maiduguri on the top right. You have Kano close to the middle and all that. So in the north, you are not putting Maiduguri in where you have Calabar. You are not putting Sokoto where you have Lagos.
Yes.
So you cannot say that person has scored 0. It's unacceptable. So you don't begin to use technicalities like magnetic north and scale to begin to say, oh, this person has scored 0. No. You can take 1 or 2 points out of it and you award your marks.
Okay.
So in this case, I don't know how to tell my people that the justice must be seen to be done, not just going out there to go the route of technicalities and walk away. Please, justice must be seen to be done. The ASUE Godalo came and they tried as much as they can to prove their case. There were so many areas that is not within their jurisdiction. You don't begin to hold them to account for that.
If they had even gone there, reprimanding, what were you doing? That's not within your jurisdiction. So therefore,
So you look at it that in our Electoral Act, in our Electoral Act, Electoral Act has recognized BVAS. It's only IREV It's only IREF that they have not recognized. So if the Electoral Act has recognized beavers, remember, what's his name? The man who made it possible for Professor Udu to go to jail. Yeah. So he said,
the name has
He said beavers is the game changer. Because if you look at the election, the primaries of Yamu, he scored more than 1 million in every local government in Edo State when he was contesting against Obaseki in their primaries. But in the re-election, so that's what the politicians were doing prior to beavers. Before beavers, they would just go out there and so beavers now put a cap. If 10 people came and accredit, you cannot score more than a total of all votes should not be more than 10.
Okay.
So, and ASUE did not contest results at the polling units.
This is why these judges, Norihona, need to be jailed, because they refuse to see what ASUE is asking for.
Yeah.
ASUE did not ask for polling unit wahala.
Yes.
It was collation center.
Exactly.
It was collation center.
So I think what they need to go back to do, because yes, you made a point. The point you made is that if anything can be added, no. At this moment, you cannot. When after the tribunal, the electoral tribunal, you cannot begin to add new evidence or remove new evidence. So what will be taken to appeal now is that. Can I just quickly take this call?
Oh, yeah, please go ahead. Let me love my people. Joy, Mama Joy, Imiewewa, how you day? Creative Kingdom, Mama, Bokia, Eunice, Arasoma, Henry. The guy anyway, Gualoige Tom 11. It must say me, Anthony. What do you talk, Papa? Wait for me. I wonder in this century, the people of Africa still have no voice. Nigeria, as giant of Africa, has claimed still play politics like we are in the zoo. Come on, when ya. As we won Edo election, Obi won presidential. Then we know we are Tom 11. Because I don't believe in your ideology. You should be ashamed of yourself for still talking about what happened yesterday that will not take you forward. You are proud of the brigandage that just happened, the travesty. I'm ashamed of you. I shame your shame. So here not be your own. I beg Sonny Kika come out. And let me know, woman. You are Matira, Jerema, and area Mama Henira. You know, see, Mama Joy should be at the behavior. You have a woman. All the like not reach you. Let's happen 117, 118 enemy, 52 like. Why ya liking ya? Come and get man no kiro no like. I want it no he more than I take get man must see you. But man no go get kiro yet italo. Wa like get back of your get. Mama Joy, you don't like. Oh yeah, go like. So my brother, continue. You were saying something.
Yeah. I want to especially thank Joy Asemota. She's so yeah, she's doing a great job. I see her.
Ajibola Anthony, Joy Asemota. Great job. Night and day, they are in all platforms.
Yes,
using their voice.
I give it up to them.
Henry, Creative Kingdom, Waboom. Yes. God bless you all. God bless you all.
Yeah, I give it up. Yeah, I give it to them.
Yes.
So, when you look at the beavers, because the beavers is recognized by our electoral laws, so that is supposed to take care of that unit level. So, I think going forward is to let the appellant court, that's the appeal court, because the first time, that's the court of first instance, we are going to the court of second instance to begin to say, yes, we know you have deducted some figures like I said, I have not studied the 107 pages 100%. I saw some
Mhm.
area. That's why I can authoritatively say that it is 107 pages, and there were votes that were deducted from Monday Kwebulu. As it stands today, the difference is just about 27. Just about 27. About 27,000. It would have been more. So, knowing fully well that the beavers is part of our electoral jurisprudence, is recognized in our electoral jurisprudence. Therefore, they should go back to the beavers. Areas where they are overvoting, it is clear. What do you do where they are overvoting? You cancel those results.
The results.
Yes, you cancel those results.
Cancel it. That's why when I cancel
Yeah.
Cancel it.
Yeah, cancel those results.
Incredible results. I don't want this mago.
So that is areas where they can challenge. Number one, where they can challenge is that the rack center is where you have serialization of electoral materials. If there is non-serialization of electoral material, what happened is that is not within the jurisdiction of any of the political party to go and serialize electoral materials. Therefore, the appeal court should recognize that those non-serialized electoral materials, like it has been held, was it in the case of Adeleke? I don't know, but there was one tribunal that says if you don't serialize electoral material and you take those papers, you take it out there and they vote. It's like, for example, you are writing WAEC or you are writing any of these exams. They bring the papers that they serialize the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when one individual is submitting a result, it does not have that number on that result sheet. So what happened is as good as the person who wrote on that paper with no serialized number did not attend that. It's as good as okay. These things were brought from outside. Yeah, Mari. Yes. So the appeal court should look deep into that, and areas where there were non-serialized electoral materials, those results should be cancelled. Okay. The idea of beavers were dumped. Beavers is recognized.
Yes.
Because beavers is recognized, it is the duty of the appeal court to go back and look at those beavers. I mean, they can always subpoena INEC. INEC is supposed to be an independent body. Come and show us this thing. Yes. You show it to them. The evidence has been admitted. If those evidence were thrown away, I would be worried. Those evidence, they are there. And now they can go back and say, okay, maybe this time we look at it and we deduct numbers before we go to court number 3. But court number 3 has already ruled in so many cases that where they are overvoting, you cancel them. They have already, they've ruled that.
Constitution,
yes. Section 137.
Yes, I want us to move on quickly. Henry, can you share the link? I have it. I have sent it to you. Mama Joy, make you write me for my number there where they give. Write me, make I supply you the information too. If Creative Kingdom, write me and let me supply you that. It's 104 pages I see here.
Yes.
You said 115.
Okay. Is it one? I thought it was 107. I thought it was 107. It's a lengthy.
Maybe I will.
No. Yeah, if it is on PDF will always tell you. But I will check. I'll go back and check.
I have it on PDF. So okay. I've sent it to you, Henry. Please share to my brother Clarence. Share to him, please. I want everybody to have it. Sir, can you promise that you will have time to go through? Do I the weekend?
Okay, what I printed, so yeah, I'm home today.
So you have exams to write.
Yes, I will print all of them, those 100 and something pages, put them together and begin to read
and read it, and then come to us and tell us. So quickly moving on, we just have one last segment. Dr. Pedro Nari. So we were apprehensive, like what is going on? Or where we should not even worry. We shouldn't be perturbed because they are looking at everything. They are trying to come up. We, our people, we think we're always swindle. Love me. take and come out, come put join and come add Maggi, take a salt. Because right from day one, my people, if you agree with me, the judges were ready to do the right thing. Injustice in now, not injustice in before it was Justice Pochi, he was ready to do the right thing. He didn't refuse us evidence. He didn't. He admitted everything constitutionally, and they were all put into cognizance, right? Into consideration. But right now, so it was the last minute. Would you believe? Do you agree with me that it was the last minute that they upturned this justice, or it started from beginning? They were just leading us on.
This is my personal opinion. Whatever I say here is my personal opinion. So I do strongly believe that it was this last minute that whatever happened.
That's happened. What I think.
Yeah, because if you look at the beginning of the case, there was that intent to adjudicate this matter. That is why at a certain point, those evidence were tentatively admitted. So I remember I spoke with you. I said, once you admit evidence tentatively, if there's enough counter evidence to throw away those, then it will be thrown away. But APC and INEC never came up with anything to throw away all this evidence. So when they were admitted, so when you admit evidence, what do you do with it? You don't admit evidence and throw it under the table. No, you have to go and study it. Because the time that has been given to the lawyers of the of ASUE, that time will not be. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to start reading page 1, page 2 to the justices, the 3 justices. So yes, because I mean they are learned justices. Therefore, when you admit an evidence, the next thing is for you to go through it. You go and look at it. This is what this man is saying here. So the last minute,
on them.
Exactly. So the last minute was when they started doing it. Took, for me, I wasn't worried because I thought that when you look at the amount of evidence that was brought, it takes time for you to comb through all of them to reach a conclusion. But unfortunately, I'm surprised at the judgment that they gave. Because even when they started saying, they have accepted that, yes, there was overvoting. If you accept that there was overvoting, so why come back again and tell us that you accepted that there was overvoting? What do? You cancel it. You are coming to say, there was no individual that came from the polling unit. So what? I mean, it's just like they were contradicting what they were writing
themselves.
Or what they wrote.
Yeah. Okay. So that's thank you, my people. Gabriel Moha or Semia screen. This was the next segment I was going to just jump into before we round up. In today, I heard that the head of appeal court, the appellant court, Wike, on my position as the, I think, president of the golf course in Abuja. Something, please, guys, correct me. I wasn't interested. In a way, wow. So Oninia or accepted. The judge even called Wike my oga. So I have to find the video because I like to buttress my point with videos. So on that here, Wike where my oga. Me, I'm the president of the golf course Abuja. Is it Babangida golf course, something like that?
Yeah, Babangida golf course.
Yeah. So you're not here in her speech. But when my oga, Wike. Don't you see her being compromised already? Like Wike already bought the judges, and somebody just left me Gabriel Latier. Then you take on that question because it kind of go along with what I'm saying right now.
Gabriel, I can't,
But when the appeal court is already compromised by Tinubu and Wike,
because I'm using my phone, so it's really.
You are using the phone.
Yeah, okay. I'm using my phone today, so it's kind of time.
Now that America is
interested, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Since the appeal court is already compromised by Tinubu and Wike, now that America is interested, civil society should put pressure on the Americans to further put pressure on our judiciary and government. So only Maveka take it over. Way we are subnational and they cannot really do much. They can only sanction and visa ban and all of that. Just talk to this effect, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. When we talk about the judiciary being compromised, so we already know that our judiciary, the reason why we have this doubt in our mind is because of if you look at the track record of our judiciary in the past, that's why we are where we are today. So if you say they are compromised, yes. When you look at records, for example, excuse me, the case of Hope Uzodinma, how did Hope Uzodinma, who was fourth in an election, how he became first? So those that are saying that, I'm not worried about that. Yes, it's true. Our judiciary has been compromised. But
It's true.
yeah, but I still believe that one of them will still find somewhere. Because most of these people, when they take money out of Nigeria, where do they take this money to? They take it to
Overseas.
United States of America, Canada, England, and English-speaking
countries.
Yes, they love Dubai, but they are not comfortable leaving their money over there and all that. So therefore, even when the judiciary is compromised, there's no country that is not scared of the United States of America. Yes, I understand that when you look at not even OAU and the world has come together to say, you know what, we don't want to interfere, we don't want to meddle into or become a meddlesome interloper in the internal affair of any country. Why that is on? But again, if this country that is always going cap in hand to come and beg, if you remember Unoka in Things Fall Apart, Unoka was that. Those who read Things Fall Apart.
Oh, Things Fall Apart. Okonkwo.
Okonkwo, yeah. Things Fall Apart.
Yeah.
So, Unoka was.
Cannot hold.
Yes. Unoka is that character that will always come and beg and ask you for money. So when you give him money, he will take you to one wall and say, you see this wall, you see all these marks here, these are money that I borrow from different people. I have not even paid back. It's not your own is this way. So if Nigeria is that proverbial Unoka that is always borrowing money from everywhere. That's why I was talking to that person who was saying, look, in the time of OBJ, they were not borrowing money crazy like we are doing today. So why not replicate something
and we had value for our money?
Exactly. So if Nigeria is that Unoka that is always borrowing money, so one day they will take a cap in hand as usual and say we will need this money. They will say no. Go and fix democracy in your country. If you don't fix it, we are not going to give you money. So I know Nigeria will be afraid of that. Even when the Akpabios have approved that they should even use the entire Nigeria to borrow money. But one country will start telling them, World Bank will say, oh, we can't give you money because there is no democracy in your country. So because of that, I think that they don't want that lifeline to be taken away from them because we are a borrower nation.
That's what
so there's no year we don't borrow. We are still borrowing money till tomorrow. Again, all the money that we have borrowed, again, I am not against borrowing. But if you borrow, but you have to borrow, you don't borrow for recurring expenditure. It's a no-no. If you have a credit card in Canada and in the US and all that, you are borrowing to eat, put food in, use your credit card to put food in your mouth. Then something is already wrong. You have to fix it quickly. So because of that, the US can influence all these Paris Club, these countries that gives money to begin to say, hey, this country is not worth giving money to.
And there'll be visa ban on the judges.
Yeah, apart from the visa ban. When they cannot borrow money, there could be a lot of sanctions. People buying our oil, they can sanction Nigeria. So they cannot interfere into our own politics, local politics, but there are so many things they can wield around. So I think that might make these judges to say, you know what, let's hands off this one. And
I'm just hoping so, sir.
Yeah, that's my analysis.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, my people. If you want to give to our platform, there's a button on your right, down below. That is where you gift. You just say, Area Mama, this your platform is doing well. I appreciate. If you want to do that, thank you. You're welcome to do it if you feel like doing it. It might force on manner, but if your soul tells you, well, oh, we are doing such a great job, please go down on your right button and give the platform. So maybe we'll just use 20 minutes to do call. Do you want to take any call? Then we can round off.
Oh yeah, I can.
Now, I've held off one section of our broadcast, and you know why. So we haven't come to a conclusion. So I'm not broadcasting that today.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, guys. You can call Oga Ogbe quickly. Please, when you are calling, mute your. You see how we are rushing. We want to try and because news comes up every day. So mute your device and then be very brief. No time. Walao. Okay, you can call. The lines are open now. We'll take about 5-6 calls, and that will be it. So that I'm making now. We'll be coming regularly now because ASUE needs us. ASUE needs our love. Okay, I have a caller already. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, sir. Now so man they call me. Woman not they call. What be your name?
Yeah. My name still remain Peter.
Peter Gedo.
Yeah.
From London, Abi.
Yes, ma'am.
Not very customer. Oh, yeah,
Okay, good evening.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I want a legal interpretation to this question I want to ask, and I believe you have a legal knowledge.
Legal interpretation,
yeah.
Yeah,
and electoral act, because they keep on saying electoral act, vice versa, the constitution. They're supposed to work together. They're pari passu. If that is the case, the electoral act are the judges, the tribunal, not armed with this electoral act.
Mm-hmm.
That is the question I'm asking. Because all those provisions in the electoral act, overvoting, anywhere you have overvoting should be cancelled, the lack of officialization of documents, they are all enshrined in the electoral act, which is supposed to be the part of the constitution. Is the electoral act part of the constitution? If it's so, then why is the tribunal judges? Because the same thing happened in the PDP case and other many cases.
Okay.
So what is happening?
Okay, thank you, sir.
The judges not with the electoral act.
Yes, okay.
My brother Peter, I want to thank you very much. You are very right. What the little note I just put here is Electoral Act versus the Constitution. The Constitution is the ground norm. That is to say, even where we are talking now, this platform that we are talking, we should not do or make laws that we conflict with the Constitution. Wherever it conflicts with the Constitution will take precedence. Will be the Oga. So everybody in Nigeria, there was a day I was talking about some, so everybody in Nigeria, that Constitution is up. Everyone is supposed to be underneath. So the Electoral Act, remember, INEC is supposed to be an independent government institution. So and this Electoral Act, remember, it went through the House of Rep, it went through the Senate before it was approved. Remember the first time they brought the Electoral Act before 2019 election, President Muhammadu Buhari refused to sign it because he was scared that if we follow through with those Electoral Act, then he might not win election. When in his second tenure, he decided to sign it into law. So by signing that Electoral Act into law, it's already, it cannot be signed into law if it conflicts with our own constitution. The judges here, because we are having a state capture, that's why we are saying what we are saying. Otherwise, these judges are the ones that are supposed to educate us. But on the it's now the reverse. So the Electoral Act made it clear. We have seen it in so many electoral jurisprudence where it has been said that section 137, if anywhere there is overvoting, you cancel those overvoting. Remember Adeleke, and when he won, it was here up topsy-turvy, back and forth, until eventually he won at the Supreme Court. So those electoral act, the judges are very well aware that this electoral act, in this case, this is the correct thing. Where anywhere there's overvoting, you cancel that entire polling unit.
Yes.
Irrespective of who won, whether it's ABGA or it's Labour,
anyone, it don't matter.
You cancel it. They are aware. The only reason why those judges are not sticking doggedly to that electoral act is, like I said, in geography, when you have magnetic north, you say, oh, didn't put magnetic north, therefore it's 0. So what they are doing here is this. They are saying, oh, you did not bring evidence to prove overvoting. That's what they said. You did not bring evidence to prove overvoting. And overvoting, how do you first of all recognize overvoting? It's through beavers. Because the number of people that came to accredit, maybe they were 100. At the end of the day, all the votes, if you spread it across all the political party line, then if you add them together, where 100 people came to accredit, then you are now having people about 300. That's overvoting.
So your final answer would be the judges know about this.
They know.
Yeah,
they are playing blind eye.
Because of what has exchanged hands. Let me quickly acknowledge my sister here, Joy Asemota. 5 pounds. Guys, follow her footstep. Area Mama has been talking for long. Oh yeah, the next caller. But I had to silence it because you were still explaining.
Okay, great.
Oh, okay. This was also called.
We can take Adesua because it's all male. So let's give.
Okay, I'm trying to call back because sometimes you are explaining and they are calling into it.
I understand. Yeah,
it's not possible. You are explaining already.
Yeah.
So if she's not picking, I'll just call the very next person.
Okay.
And then we're getting ready to, because I tried to make it an hour, 30 minutes. Okay. It shall maybe a bit funny. Okay, so the next caller would be calls. Okay, we just called that one just now. Where would that? Okay, this guy, he called for so long. Guys, if you haven't liked, please go and like. If you haven't liked, go and like. Okay, the lines are open. Quickly. So if you haven't liked, go and like before we run out of Jurassic Motor, where they know because money has changed hands. Justice Pochi, Injustice at here, Injustice Pochi and his co-travelers, it will never be well with them after their 4th generation. It will never be well with them. So, Oga, this electoral act is a very big thing to people because the judges said they relied on it. What else would they have relied on?
I mean, we have to rely on the laws of the land. If we don't rely on the laws we cannot, and no political party can go and make their own laws and bring them and say, oh, this is how to conduct the election. No, because when you see non-serialization of electoral materials, that's in the Electoral Act. So it is the duty of INEC to serialize. Like I said, if you are in an exam hall, maybe, we are from Nigeria. If WAEC or your school is having probably there are about 100 students here, and they make about 200 writing sheets.
Yes.
Yeah, they serialize it. So maybe if for one reason or the other, maybe one of them is bad or tampered with, also okay, you take it away and say take the other one. Exactly, but it's serialized. So, but if you serialize 100 to 200, and suddenly one student is coming up with answer sheet, it's not serialized. You cancel that result. So where did you get your answer sheet that you were writing on. So where did you get it? So it shows that that person was not even in the probably in that exam hall.
Okay,
So
wow,
non-serialization
from heaven.
Yes, non-serialization. So INEC did not serialize some of these things at the RAC center. Therefore, ASUE lawyer is saying all those areas where there were no non-serialization of electoral material, they should be cancelled. I understand why those laws were made. If you remember, way back, say about 20, 30 years ago, they were stealing ballot box. They go and shoot gun, people will run away. They take the ballot box, stuff it somewhere, and bring it in.
And to count.
Exactly, and count it and say, oh, John has won. So over time now, when you look at this, have you observed that politicians, they don't steal ballot boxes anymore? Because of beavers. Because of beavers. So they don't steal ballot boxes anymore. Because if you go and steal ballot boxes and you stuff it and bring it back to the collation center, it will show overvoting.
Yes.
So overvoting are all that votes that you have. So it's cancelled. So that's why they don't. So that's why they are beginning to concentrate more on how to make INEC look irresponsible.
Yeah, of course.
So
there was a lot of money being put into this. Like now with beavers and everything.
Yeah.
Right now, people like Oshomole still want us to be in the dark ages.
Exactly. So if you remember, in Orion local government area, some Ibiokula ward, there's this on one dishonorable Patrick Iso wearing. They came 1 year like that. It was all over the TV. They came shotgun and they brought new electoral some results. At that time, they brought them in and all that. So in order to cancel all this, because if you bring your own results, because some of them, they go to the extent of going to INEC to go and purchase result sheets. That's the reason why this Electoral Act is saying it must be serialized. So when you serialize them, for example, number 1 to 10, it was given to ASUE East. Everybody will know that number 1 to 10 paperwork, they have been given to ASUE East. Number 10 to 20, Oredo Ward 1 or something. So that's the reason for those serialization. So if INEC deliberately decide not to serialize and they were now coming up with result sheets that are not serialized, those results should be cancelled.
Okay.
That's how Electoral Act explains.
Okay, thank you, sir. Guys, I think you guys are up to date. Thank you so much. So this is my, I wanted to show you guys one foolish mail that this man wrote. Everybody, make una know his name. Say, trolling in there. He just keep trolling me. He doesn't want to stop writing. Because na bio keke Nigeria there we no koko. When you ya bio de baby uko bie ya nene. Agame hone. Ije na bu ya amweko. So no saka ikpomosa. If you are here, you should hear me. This is our platform and is a platform of truth. Only for the truth. When I abalo to hear the truth, you are not welcome. My platform is for all, but if you do not share my ideology, which I'm not forcing on you, you are not welcome. You can't come here and begin to spill nonsense on my platform. I forbid you to do it. Because you can also go and open your own. I don't really know why people keep trolling others, sir. Yet they fail to open theirs. Show your face like I'm showing. Be bold enough. If you're man enough, show your face, then come and take me on. Wrestling ground. Mama Joy, even because Mama Joy is always online. Mama Joy, Henry, Creative Kingdom, Nano Saka, Pomosa being named. Oweha Market, I told you to hide your face, but you never listen. You are not a dope right, and you should be watching. You should be watching talk before you enter a big problem with your big mouth. My dear,
you know what baffles me about the likes of these no-Sahari and all that. The worst affected people in this current government are the Edo people. They are the Edo people. So the worst affected. You see, Unfortunately, we are seeing our Eastern brothers now. Look at the problem that is going on in Eastern land today. So who
Big
is happy?
one.
Yeah, who is happy to
one.
see that going on? There used to be like we here, we have a 911 call and all that. Obaseki came with all these things, and we don't. Again, I don't understand if these people are saying, if they, maybe psychology. I would say they are insane.
They are
insane because if you go, we saw the streets of Benin where even married women, when they walk in the street of Benin at a certain time in the evening, everyone is considered to be something. So when you begin to look at all these people that are taking side with this so-called APC, I want to let this individual and the likes understand one thing. I was a little boy when my father told me about Action Group AG. How they set people's houses. That became APC today. So is that Action Group of then that is the APC of today? Okay. My father told me how Action Group, how they lit up people's houses, because then you had mud houses and you had houses with bamboo.
Stick.
Yes. So they put they commit arson because you are not their own member, because you are not Action Group of that time. So if you are not Action Group, then they put fire in your houses, and they do all sorts of things to you in order to force you to become Action Group. Do you know that even at that, the Edo people, the then Midwestern region, when this thing started, from that time till now, the Edo people have rejected that same Action Group till tomorrow. So the idea for Oshomole to think that he can push his ideas down the throat of a certain people,
everyone,
is not going to work.
The only way. And if you don't believe in the ideology, they start to call you their Ogyoba, their Neneni.
Exactly.
No, we must not believe in the same thing.
For these people, if you want to make friends with the Edo, at the national level, if you want to make friends with Nigeria, begin to do good things. Nigerians on their own, they will applaud you, they will appreciate you. But forcing yourself using the police and state institutions to begin to force people to like what they are forcing down the throat of people when there's no good governance, they are just merely wasting their time.
Okay, sir.
I wish all these years that the Palestinians have been defeated or they are no longer on the face of the earth. It has not happened, and it will not happen. Even if
that one is going to be forever. It started right from the days of the Bible.
Exactly. So for those people who are APC that came from Action Group, thinking that when we force these people, trump up charges, put them in jail and all that, you will be making more enemies.
That is slavery. We were not going to yield.
Yeah. For those who are saying enter house, I'm not going to be happy. My auntie who stays somewhere in Orion local government went to the farm and at a point came back and said, not raped. When she was going back the second time, all the people she left in the farm, they have all been killed.
Okay. And so come to you.
So it will be difficult when government don't tackle stuff like that. And you think that by the time you go to the market, you bring some Asian person to come and be their market, whatever it is, and people doing so. No.
Like you change what has been on ground for so long. And they call this one traditional. I mean, Efa is our brothers, Afema, our brothers. But the thing I don't think Benin woman goes to Esalam and be Yeki for them. No.
So that's what it is.
They came now and they change everything, and we can't speak. When you speak to the fact, you are in trouble. You cannot talk. Is this a military regime?
Even Even Abacha obeyed so many because remember when all these soldiers, when they come, they suspend the constitution, but the part of government that they don't really want to touch is the judiciary. They leave all these judges. They leave them to keep adjudicating cases and all that. So they don't tell judges to go home. They will tell parliamentary the parliament to go home. They will tell the executive go home, but they never tell the judges to go home. They work with the judges.
Okay.
So because the judges, they are the bastion of law and order.
Mm-hmm.
So these people coming up with these ideas and the Bongosa and all that, it is not going to fly. Yeah. So it is not going to fly.
Thank you, my people. Thank you so much, everyone. We are at the end of the show, so let's love our ASUE, and I hope you guys are praying for him. We'll be coming regularly because of he just need our support. Okay, I want to come out to okay. One last call, sir. Okay, I called you back. Oh, you not pick.
Oh yeah, my sister.
Oh yes, say bros, Damo.
I hope you are on air.
I'm on air. Oh. You want to talk to me privately? I'm on air. You can call later.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But what I wanted to say, all this grammar they are speaking on air, this is just secret. We and our traditional ruler are behind all this winning. No matter they are saying all these things, I'm just saying it now.
Okay.
Yeah, no matter our excellency will go to appeal court. Look at what I have said now that they are going to see faith. Let them spend money. My sister.
I know. We know what is playing out, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
But my good friend asked Obede Isibowe, what of the Biba? He said no problem. CTC has got that. Look at it now. Is that not where the same thing they are going to appeal court? We can have even approached the woman now, Monica, the head of
where your position because
they said they should not go to appeal court, but Monica is behind all these things. Has even spoke to the woman now.
We know. We are aware of it.
Yes. We spend money. I'm talking it. I said it now. Where we are at P-Code, that is they are still going to.
Yes. You promise.
Thank you. We are going to win. We are suffering my sister and
let's see. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, take care.
Thank you. Everybody, we are having a brossy high. We are not hiding the fact. It's the fact. If it's just that I don't have the receipt. They are paying for their verdict. A verdict near eBay, Amazon. Verdict no no la court. So why I say my honey,
so you see, irrespective of you understand when we not see any minor what we said do all true or where my so we do.
Yes.
First of all, we all know that the Supreme Court is a policy court.
Yes.
Policy court in the sense that when Supreme Court makes pronouncement, it becomes a policy. You don't need to take that pronouncement back to the National House of Assembly to get majority or stuff like that. So it becomes a policy.
Yeah, they keep pulling themselves, sir.
Yeah, it becomes a reference point.
Now I love a case of
it. So my brother, even is that let us continue to the end. You know what happened recently in 2023? Today, the issue of Abuja has been put to rest. Edone women were Edena someone will come tomorrow and win, but not win Abuja. That person will go and the lawyers of that person will go and make reference to the 2023 and say Tinubu did not win Abuja.
Okay.
And they approved him. So let the Supreme Court or these people, let them begin to do what they are doing. Ekeniana Wawigena Nyamondo will have 3 dates of birth.
Amagwayo.
Yena we yan gazette Adaze Ugi. So our gazette. So somebody will also have about 3 or 4 dates of birth and gazette it and make reference to that what Adaze has said. So, as we are trying to navigate these crooked waters with lies,
very murky,
people like me, we are taking note. You cannot say that when there's election petition tribunal, when we're talking about the electoral, this is what the Electoral Act says. I am waiting personally. I want the case to go to Supreme Court. If I have 1 naira or 2 naira, I will find a way to send it to ASUE in Udalo. I want to put my money where my mouth is.
Yes.
So, let it be on record that Electoral Act, Section 137, let Supreme Court reverse themselves. If they do, that will become the new law. It is good we understand that. I'm not saying the wiki or whatever is not there, but when they begin to do all that they are doing, on this date, I remember in those days of Tanda Fatai Williams, he was a justice, one of the justices in Nigeria at that time. Oputa and many more. Justice Obaseki. Justice Obaseki was the name of the one that had the Edo case and the Ijo case. So all these justices, these were honorable justices.
Then they adjudicate.
So now, so contest election, if you pass already wakata again, so Iriogi give it. Yes.
The law now.
Yes.
I hear you, sir. I hear you, my people. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked, now is the right time to like. Get me one ASUE Akekpa. Know that we will love him. Even we will love him. We'll just continue to love him and support him. Please, whatever you can do, prayers or financial, anything, why support ASUE. Okay, so I will speak to my people on my platform very soon. Okay, I showed him here. I brought him up here. Apostle Uyinosa, he has done nothing wrong. Edo, Nigeria, he has done nothing wrong. Tenebe way, they are going to take laws into their hands. They will not wait for the police. They want to do jungle justice on him. We hope nothing happens to our brother. He has done nothing wrong. He just talked about New of Ife. He talked about the works of Obaseki, and he did not kill anybody. They went and cloned his voice. Then they are now chasing him everywhere now. So make sure if you are in Benin, if you are in Edo State and reach out to him. I will also do it.
Yeah, if possible, let him go to if you can find his way into Canadian Embassy with those words of Jared Kennedy.
They are threat to his life.
He will easily come to Canada here. Get the voice of Jared Kennedy saying such a thing and all that. To find his way to Apostle Uyinosa, find yourself to Canadian Embassy, either Anifowoshi in Lagos or even the ones in Ghana. They will bring you here. They will be glad to bring you here.
Apostle, if you are listening, please take this as take this to heart. If you go to any embassy with that rubbish in Bena, is a threat to your life. And Ayaku, Canadian Embassy.
The Canadian Embassy is at number one.
Your children visa on the spot.
Number one, Anifowoshi in Lagos. Lagos Island, that's Victoria Island. Number one at Nipowoshi. If you find your way there, or you go to the one in Ghana. Go get those information. They'll bring you. They'll be glad to bring you here.
Yes, Oma. Okay, everyone, let's play and love our brother ASUE. Let's play. Our uncle ASUE.
If you not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. We no go vote. That's why you go man we sabi yo. Your bata of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why you go for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi yo. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With ASUE Odalo, he sure for us.
Forward ever go. If ASUE there we go prosper. Alagodalo, we know they go back. ASUE Odalo for governor. Forward ever go. If ASUE there we go prosper. Alagodalo, we know they go back. ASUE Odalo for governor.
Sure you go vote for PDP.
Oh yes.
PDP.
Oh yes.
Vote Odalo.
Oh yes.
For integrity.
Oh yes.
Business go better.
Oh yes.
Put food on table.
Oh yes.
He go better mama.
Oh yes.
He go better papa.
Oh yes.
He go better pikin.
Oh yes.
For better road.
Oh yes.
Forward
ever go. If ASUE there we go prosper. Alagodalo, we know they go back. ASUE Odalo for governor. Forward ever go. If ASUE there we go prosper. Alagodalo, we know they go back. ASUE Odalo for governor. Forward ever go. If ASUE there we go prosper. Alagodalo, we know they go back. ASUE Odalo for governor.
Now do well. So, Oga, today, my baby worker nane.
Yeah.
May we continue to the support. Why? Don't be, don't be dejected. Don't feel down. It's very difficult in the face of hopelessness. We are humans, and I understand. But can we just walk away now? Let's fight to the end. Thank you, my people, for staying with us. God bless you all. Yeah, he's at work, but he tried to also say bye-bye to us.
Thank you.
Support the way ASUE go to the end of the game. Where that is in support. So we are all in support. The people of goodwill, we are in support. We cannot allow them to just choke us. So let's keep talking. Let's keep doing the right thing. I'll see you soon, my people.
Thank you very much. All right, God bless.
Let's say, my people, I want to love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for standing up for the truth. Thank you for not allowing anyone to stifle you. They want to stifle the voices of dissent. They don't want to hear. Whereas Obaseki was there for 8 years, he allowed everybody to talk and speak whatever you want to talk. If you are in the opposition, I will see you soonest. Henry Peter, Creative Kingdom, una do well. Joseph Okosun, una do well. Thank you so much. Bye guys. God bless you. God bless you.
Beautiful and glorious and